And then you wake up the next morning, dizzy, unfocused, depressed, anxious. Guys, this will actually ruin your life. Lads, I wanted to talk about this topic because when you're like 16, 17, 18, 19, you don't really know who you are. And that's during like the school time, then that's when that's the ages when you go to university, 18, 19. So, you start drinking a lot more, you start going out on the weekends, beers, lads when you're in university, partying constantly, being a bit of a degen. You don't really know where you're going with your life. But for me, I started going out more, didn't really have any confidence, okay? Shy, introverted, a bit anxious, in social settings. So when I did go out and I did drink, it would transform me into like this different person, a different version of myself. No longer, just being silent and quiet in the group all the time. I'd just be bantering around with everyone. And it's like, this is like a totally separate person compared to the person who, like beforehand, who hasn't had a drink. And then after your night out, after you've actually been able to speak to people, speak to women, speak to girls, this, that, and the other, you wake up the next morning and then, I'm back to my previous self again. Back to the person who can't speak to anyone. Now I'm unfocused, in a depressive mood, anxious, shy. And what do you do to become that charismatic, outgoing, talkative person again? You turn to the crutch, the alcohol, to pick yourself back up, to be that person again. Guys, drinking gave me a false confidence, okay? And drinking in general gives people a false confidence, like what I said beforehand. See this everywhere. People walking down the street, closed body language, don't really look people in the eye, not that confident, this, that, and the other. And then what happens when they go on a night out? They drink a little alcohol, or they do some drugs, and now they're completely different. Super outgoing, super confident, super charismatic. You see that person the next day, and they're like completely different person. A shell of themselves, who they were that night. And guys, I'm not hating on anyone because I've done this myself. I've been there. That's why I'm telling you. There's two paths you can take. You either go down this kind of like degen route where you just constantly keep drinking, feeling good because you're this all fun, super exciting person now, or you go down this other route. You don't make alcohol a crutch. You start improving yourself. You start thinking, where do you want to be? You may start thinking, I suck in this certain area. I suck in speaking to people. So what is the best way? It's not to crutch it and mask it with a substance. It's to actually face fear, look at it for what it is, and you keep tackling that, and you keep moving forward, especially as a young man, you got that flame inside you. If you're watching this YouTube video, you've probably got that bit of flame. You got inside you, it's a bit of ambition. And instead of focusing all that flame, that energy, that ambition on stupid things like constantly drinking alcohol, focus that energy and that flame on something productive, something that's going to actually move your life forward. Otherwise, forever stay in complacency over here, only being the guy when you've had a drink. Like I said, use this energy, use this ambition, use this flame in a productive manner. Actually look after your health. Start going to the gym. And people say like, everyone says that, just go to the gym. Well, yes. You know why they say that? Because it's super important. The gym not only changes your physical body, with diet and exercise, it changes your mindset, okay? It can make you mentally strong, become a much better person. Do you know what I mean? The discipline you build up, the self-belief and confidence from conquering challenge constantly in the gym. You believe in yourself. Next time, something happens in the outside world, beforehand you might not be able to deal with it, but now you've built up that confidence, that mindset. You can handle it. You can handle anything. You've seen challenge before, you've overcome challenge before in that realm, in that arena. You can face it and overcome it in that realm and that arena. Also, learn a skill. You could learn some coding or an instrument, or find a hobby, that you like doing, spending your time doing this, filling your time doing these things instead of just going out and drinking all the time. Especially in this UK culture, for whatever reason, it's just a massive thing just to drink all the time, drink every weekend. If you're not drinking, you're seen as weird. And that doesn't help us, does it, towards our goals, because then you're seen as the weird one in the group. Oh, what's he doing over there? Who does he think he is, Oh, you're not drinking, and they try and buy you a drink. Oh, drink that, you're wasting that. Peer pressure. It's tough in today's society to remove yourself from the pack and go after what you really want to go after, instead of staying the same as everyone else, staying mediocre, average, complacent. Like I said, you can have different hobbies: mountain biking, surfing, kung fu, karate, boxing, whatever it may be. Fill your time doing things that will actually improve yourself. or learning a new language or anything like that. There's so many different things you can be spending your time with that will actually really improve yourself, improve your life. You learn a language, next time you go to that country, or if you haven't been there before and then you go there, maybe you learn French. And you're going to Paris for whatever reason, and you go over to Paris and actually start speaking to people in French. Like, how good's that? That's like a valuable use of your time. You've learned that language, you've learned that skill, and now you're demonstrating that out in the real world. But if you never would have learned that, just constantly drinking beers every day, oh, I feel like crap the next morning, oh, I'm never drinking again. You never would have learned that skill. And lads, I'm not naive to the situation. I know how hard it is to break away from the pack. Okay, because everyone's trying to, pull you down like the crabs in the bucket analogy, People see someone doing better than them, the crabs climbing up in whatever that may be in their fitness, health, or career. And then the pack tried to grab them down to keep everyone the same so they feel good about themselves. It's a harsh reality of the world. You have to know that will happen. That's why you have to try and find a friend group that kind of similar to you, okay? That want to build each other up, same mindset. Because when you've got a pack of lads, boys, a group, a tribe, people like that with you surrounding yourself, they won't BS you, they'll tell you the truth. If you're slacking, they'll call you out on it and good. Because then you look at it, oh, yeah, there's a bit of truth to that. Yeah, that is true. I better improve that certain area, that certain area of my life. And it's like a synergy effect. You're all making each other better. You're not wishy-washy, you're not BSing yourselves around, all striving to become better individuals in every area of life. Like I said earlier, guys, there's like two paths we can take. And if you're watching this channel, you probably want more out of life. You don't want to be mediocre, complacent, the same as everyone else. Because that's boring. There's no ambition there, no drive. It's just zombies, just sleepwalking through life, alive but not living. Beers every weekend, complacent. Oh, what are you up to, boy? Let's have a beer. Constant, have beer. And then they don't look after their bodies, they don't look after their minds, they don't have any interests, any hobbies. It's just drinking, it's just a drinking culture. Everyone's the same, wearing the same football t-shirts, speaking the same, have the same interests, which is just drinking. Oh, I can down a pint, faster than you. All the same, all sheep, no wolves. Be the wolf, be the outlier male in the group. Otherwise, just be like everyone else. They hate their jobs. Oh, I can't be asked to do this, I hate this. Or their partner's annoying them. They hate their partner, they're not attracted to their partner anymore, they haven't had sex in like 2 years, droning through life. The only fun thing they have is when they turn to the alcohol to pick themselves up and feel good. Don't be like that, guys. There is another path you can take, and your future self will thank you for it. You put the work in now, you put the time in now, you invest in yourself now. Like I said, with the fitness, you've been looking after yourself, you build a muscular frame, you looked after your skin, your hair, your beard, whatever, you're presentable, you take pride in your appearance. You wear clothes that fit you, you speak well to people, you've got good communication skills. You go after what you want in life. Ambitious, high testosterone, go-getter, goal-setter, masculine. Don't see a lot of that in this day and age. Everyone's just a little bit soft. And then if you become this sort of dude, then you have a career that's fulfilling to you. Maybe like helping people out in certain areas, whether that's fitness, finance, whatever. You've got a side hustle, you're working on a personal brand, whatever it may be. But you're fulfilled and you're getting money from that, you're earning money from that, you're helping people. And then you're capable to fly to different countries, whatever, to treat your girlfriend, your woman, your wife. For example, you just go to a city, you can just enjoy some fine wine, looking at the views, or you go hiking, in Canada or wherever you may be. But you can actually enjoy life. Do cool things like that instead of just being stuck there, sitting in your local pub, telling the same jokes to your boys that you've been telling for 10 years down the line. And you're all schlubby, you look like crap, you haven't looked after yourself. And then you just regret in your life. Oh, I should have done this, or I should have done that. And you know what happens then? The people that haven't worked on themselves will look at the people that have worked on themselves and they'll start hating on them. And why is that? Because it shines a spotlight back down on themselves. Say that you're a friend in the friend group and no one in the friend group has worked on themselves or tried to be better in any area, but then there's you. You've worked on your health, your fitness. You've got an awesome physique now. You've got a masculine frame. But then you've also got a career that you strive for. You enjoy what you're doing. You're earning a lot of money. You have a beautiful partner. What does that lead to? You're hitting all different areas of life there. You've got a great life setup then. Maybe you live in a really nice place then. Maybe you've got a really nice car as well. And then your friends look at you and they're like, oh crap. I mean, there's nothing so special about, him when he was younger. Nothing jumped out. He didn't have a lot of talent or anything like that. That means I probably could have done it. but I just didn't try. And you know what that does? That causes so much pain in people, knowing that they've, well, wasted years of their life being a G-Gen or just focusing on the wrong things, being too scared to face what they actually want to do in life because they're scared of being judged by everyone. Oh, what if so-and-so, you know, what if they laugh at me, this, that, the other, but not realizing we're not all going to live forever, guys. If we're not all going to live forever and we're all on the clock, why wouldn't you do what you want to do? Why wouldn't you strive to be better today than you were yesterday? Why wouldn't you strive to have the best possible life? And that will look different for other people, but improving in all different areas of your life, I'm pretty sure, is going to improve your life as a whole. At the end of the day, the decisions we make on a day-to-day basis is ultimately going to end up us either being the guy that we want to be or not the guy. And that's all on us. The responsibility and accountability for every decision we make is on us. Not blaming everyone else, you know, not realizing there's three fingers pointing back at yourself. It's all on you. With that being said, if you enjoyed this video, why not watch another one? I'm sure I'll enjoy it. You got this.